80. We got something special. It's a beautiful thing. We have with us Sheriff Scandrett from the Henry County Sheriff's Office. We also have a returning citizen. We're going to talk about the great partnership we have with Morehouse School of Medicine. And I think we have Dr. Angelita Howard on the show, too. All-time favorite. All right. Good day. Welcome.
Good day. Happy Monday. This is a great day. I'm so excited. Hello, WAOK. Hello, Dr. Rashad Richey. We are grateful to be back. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. So good to have you. Who do you have with you?
I have our wonderful, amazing sheriff at Henry County, Sheriff Scandrett, and I have Mr. C, a returning citizen who's doing amazing things. So we are ready, we are on, and we are excited.
I love it. Let me do this. Sheriff, good day. Thank you for being on the program. Talk to us about this partnership and why it's so important to embrace holistic programs that deal with the, let's say, reform of the criminal justice system.
Yes, sir. Good morning, and thank you so much for having me. And good morning, doctor. And I love the energy. It helps me start my day off even better, quite frankly. But yes, Dr. Rashad, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and again, expect different results. And one of the platforms that I ran on with respect to recidivism has been extremely important to me. And what we've done is partner with great people like our Morehouse School of Medicine to ensure that we had a curriculum-based program that is tried and true, but we wanted to walk that through to ensure that we invest into changing the paradigm of inmates/people, I should put people first, in terms of what they have experienced. If not, without this type of curriculum and without this type of experience, these type of people would get out and do the same things over and over again without any type of new direction. And so we've taken that. I've taken an old building that was not being utilized, that was an old jail, and about 80 people at a time, we rotate them in with a very specific, robust curriculum to teach them things and raise levels of consciousness categorically with jobs, with fatherhood, with the GEDs, if they're in fact applicable for that, and prepare them to go out into a workforce and sustain themselves at a very high level with the ultimate objective, not returning back to jail at all.
That is amazing. And Sheriff, I got to tell you, dear brother, you're talking about language when you say raise levels of consciousness in both a spiritual and scientific manner. Because my PhD program in quantum physics deals with brain entrainment and how to raise levels of consciousness in your brain in order to come against what we call program or pattern behavior. Pattern behavior has to be recognized, has to be overcome. And sometimes cognitive ability, capacity, as well as new experiences are required for that entrainment to take place. Let me go to Mr. C. Mr. C, you are a returning citizen. I appreciate your continued fight. I'm a returning citizen, my damn self. Very thankful. Returning citizens are beautiful people. Talk to us about this program and why it means so much and why people should be involved.
I just think, with Director Carter, Sheriff Scandrett, and Morehouse School of Medicine and everything, what a lot of people don't realize is a lot of times people will be incarcerated and come out and they don't have support. They don't have they didn't go in and get reformed. So with the restorative center and the things that they have that they're doing in Henry County, it changes the mindset, because obviously we talk about cognitive things or what have you. It's the mindset. So the fact that I messed up, but then I can go in there and I have the support system that I need to have, and be able to come out and know that I can have a job, or I can get a job, or I can support my family, and I can do those things. And it's just amazing. It helped me a lot, because it changed my mindset. And that's, for me, that was the first thing, was the changing of the mindset.
Let me do this. On that note, which is a beautiful note, I'm going to a hard break. I'm coming right back. And I want to go to Dr. Howard next to talk about why these programs are so important to the continued progress of giving people their lives back. Because it is Dr. Howard who is the founding dean of these degrees and certifications. So she has a heart to do this. She intentionally went out to make sure these programs were at Morehouse School of Medicine, approved, accredited, implemented to give you life. 30 minutes after the hour. You're getting real with the realest man on radio, the Rashad Richey Morning Show. Have on the show some amazing stuff. Dr. Angelita Howard, you know her. She's basically my co-host on particular days. We have Sheriff Scandrett of Henry County, and we have Mr. C. We're talking about the cohort for Morehouse School of Medicine. Returning citizens being part of this program is a must, in my opinion. Dr. Howard, tell us about why these programs have been so dynamic and also so special to you, because you're the founding dean of these programs.
Thank you. It has been amazing journey. You just heard Mr. C before the break. And so this is why having programs like Steps in the Right Direction, like Pathway Forward, Justice Involved Care is so critical. We know that our Black men, especially, once they return into the community, if they don't have the resources to gain employment, then what happens to their families? What happens to their kids? Recidivation rates continue to go up higher and higher. And so this is one of the reasons why we created such programs. In this particular program, they deal with motivation to change, problem-solving skills, money management. When you've been used to making certain money, depending on what your crime was, having to navigate how to deal with your money once released. This whole thing around success planning. What does it look like to be successful? Again, Mr. C talked about the work that he's doing now. He's even hired people now that he shared rooms with. And
wow.
So this is the type of things that we're doing. This is the type of work that we have to continue to do. We want alternative sentencing. We are advocating for alternative sentencing. It's too many of Black men who are going to jail that should not be going to jail. Yes, we understand crime happens. Yes, we understand people make mistakes. But what happens after the mistakes are made? Do we not give an opportunity? So these opportunities that we built are really providing the resources, making sure they're partnerships, making sure they're additional sponsorships to help these individuals, once they come out, to never return again. And
Amen.
So I'm happy, I'm excited for us to continue to do this work at Henry County and other counties that will continue to bridge these gaps in the step in the right direction.
I love it. To our Sheriff Scandrett of Henry County. Obviously, this is not the normative role of an elected sheriff. And the idea of reform and care, compassion, rehabilitation in an authentic way is something kind of new in the arena of law enforcement. Tell us why you've embraced this and how does it impact the community in a better way?
Well, it's interesting with respect to my journey. My journey is not like most, and I certainly consider this a calling for me. This is my 33rd year of doing this. I retired after 30 years with the CAB as a chief deputy, and now this is the next level calling. But my upbringing was on the west side of town. Grew up, started off in Perry Homes, which a lot of folk don't know about that area. Migrated over to Bankhead Highway to Bourne Homes, and settled in by another area called Etheridge Court.
Yep.
In those particular time frames that we progressed up with a single mother and brothers that were in and out of jail, I have gone through and seen the challenges of people that are suffering and hurt with no direction. I believe that that was the foundation that was needed for me to be able to lead in this position with compassion. And there's an old proverb that says, in all of your getting, all of it, get understanding. And so my understanding level is significantly different, I believe, than most law enforcement entities. And I think that, or professionals, and I think that that is certainly needed now, particularly as we have to bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community. There's a tremendous divide in the states that we live in, because I certainly believe that we're not united. And the core base of where I come from, I think, uniquely qualifies me in understanding and movement to ensure that we continue to take programs like this to the next level of excellence.
Amen to that. I concur everything you just said. To Mr. C, for those who are listening, they would like to get more involved with a program like Morehouse School of Medicine, to be involved in the advocacy process, but they may be hesitant because they have previous run-ins with law enforcement on their record. What would you say to them?
Well, I would say that just from the experience that I have and am having, you don't have to be afraid necessarily of law enforcement. A lot of times in our community, we say, "Oh, well, don't talk to the police. Don't be this or don't be that." When it comes down to law enforcement, but with what the sheriff has going on, doctor as well as Director Carter, they're bridging the gap between community and law enforcement. And so I would just say, give it a chance. It's not we have the stigma of snitching. It's not this or it's not that. Like, you do have people that truly care. Mm-hmm. You have people that truly want to embrace the community and want to truly build things up in a good way, because sometimes people just make a mistake.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, we'll be on this side of things. We're judging ourselves more than some of the other people are some of the people are judging us. Just to be quite honest, a lot of times we'll think, okay, well, if they knew I did this, or if they knew my history, or this and that, then they're going to feel this type of way, or they're going to do this or do that. And so what they have with this restorative center and these programs, they're showing us, hey, you made a mistake, so let's just make it right. Amen. And if you do the things to just make it right, then everything is going to be all right.
So well said, dear brother. So well said. Very thankful that you are in the position. As Sheriff Scandry said, your experiences will inform your insight, your compassion, your implementation, because you have a knowing about things. You don't have a belief, you have a knowing. You don't have a philosophy, you have a knowing. Knowing beats all of it. Dr. Howard, for those who are listening, they may have been inspired to seek some of these opportunities at Morehouse School of Medicine. What should they do?
Well, they should. Before I tell everyone what you all should do, I do want to give a special shout out to Director Marlon Carter, who's been a pillar in this work in helping to really bridge these gaps with the Henry County Sheriff's Office. He's been an amazing advocate and supporter and mentor, so I want to make sure that I give him a shout out. You all find us on www.msm.edu/online. In fact, we're having a Justice Involved for our certification graduation tonight at 6 p.m. You can certainly log on to see how we are reducing recidivism across the nation. www.msm, like Morehouse School of Medicine.edu/online. Learn about our justice programs. We have scholarship money. Learn about our Masters of Administration and Justice Involved Care. Guess what? We have scholarship money. Now, we're closed for our August cohort, but our January cohort is coming up. We have scholarship money. And I always love to give money, and Dr. Rashad will hold me accountable. So,
yes.
And I have the sheriff on, so, I can't tell a story today.
That's right.
www.msm.edu/online. Learn how to be what you've heard Mr. C say today. Change your life. Change the trajectory of your life.
To Mr. C, thank you for your leadership and advocacy. To our Sheriff Scandrett of Henry County, thank you, dear brother, for your continued impeccable leadership. And to the one and only Dr. Dean Angelita Howard, thank you for making sure these programs are available to the community. Talk to all of y'all very soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. We got more on the other side. News and Talk.